fucked up. Hi. Hi, everyone. It is me, Xena, Gabrielle here. And today we're going to show you off the disc that we got, Cleopatra 2525, both followings of the show, which ran from 20.0YL to 20.01YL on WB, UPN, and WGN, and I guess Fox. But we ended up seeing it mostly on WB and WGN. But our WB was wise enough, and they put it on at 1 in the afterday, so at least it got some good looking. But other WBs, yeah, not so. So, if you want to see what the inside of this looks like, we'll show it to you. That's like the front. That's the lead of it. You know, it was put on disc in 2005YL, so it hasn't been on disc all that long. And up until then, it wasn't even on disc until then, though. And I know that Tubi had a deal with them, but they no longer do. Roku does, but then Roku can't play anything beyond the streamers. So here's what the back looks like. So you tell me, Xena says, look what we got here. We got Helen, we got Cleopatra, we got Sarge Rose, we got them three together. Yeah, there is outstanding things in this too. When Gabrielle said, well, why don't we take it out of box and like show you what the box looks like, you know, so you can get to see how that looks like. All right, come on. Nothing never goes the way you want it to go in life. You know how that goes. And then you get it out, and this is what it reads. It goes, fighting for the earth has never been so hot. Hotter? And then it shows all three of them. It shows Helen, Sarge Rose, Cleopatra, Cleo, which, believe it or not, they never did tell you what her name was. So I'm just going to say that was her name. Yeah, Gabrielle said, open it up. I'm doing that, Gabrielle. I'm opening it up. Don't rut me here. So here you get all the discs, and then they show you like all the discs, you know, and what's on them. And look, there's another shot of them. That's what we got, a wall sheet for both our Reckoner and our Y speaker. Shit. And these are what the discs look like. Yeah, they're like double discs, so they don't have anything on them. Those are double discs, folks. And that's what it looks like. Yeah, that's so that was Cleopatra 2525 on disc. You know, double disc set. They do not have any drawings on the lead. It's 2 discs, so you gotta flip them. I know how rare it is for flipping a film disc, but back in the day when they had light discs, that's what you had to do. You had to flip them. So they got 3 discs, and they have only 2 followings to the show. So yeah. So we got it as a Yule gift. So now we can say we got one of the most hardest shows to ever get on DVD. And we bought it from Amazon or Strong Woman, but it wasn't cheap. No way was it cheap. You know? And we never thought we would be getting it either. You're right, Gabrielle. None of us thought we'd ever be getting this show on disc. You know? And a lot of folks out there will say, oh, well, doesn't Tubi have a deal? Tubi did have a streaming deal, but the streaming deal is no longer Tubi no longer has a streaming deal. And Roku, I guess they do, only there's a playback bug, so it goes through all the streamers, and then it can't play anything after that. So even if Roku has a deal with them, it doesn't play on there. The next show that we want to get on disc one day is Jack of All Trades. You know, the other show that ran from 20.0 on WB and UPN and WGN, which I guess is not like a friend to this show, but it was also a show that happened to follow this show. So tell us what you think about that. Yeah, Xena, I mean, yeah, Mother. I wish we would have had a roundover with them. Don't worry, I wish we'd have a roundover with them, you know? But I guess that would never happen, right? I mean, how would that even happen, though? But yeah, that's Cleopatra 2525 on disc. First time, 2005 was when it came out. There are no other disc sets. That's the only disc set there is. You can either get it in two ways, either one following or two, but that's it. Those are the only other discs they ever came out. And, okay, give us your thoughts on it, and we'll see you later.